It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
And welcome to the realm of geekdom. This is nerd breaking news. It is no longer the decision. It is the whiteboard. 10 teams, one king who is looking for a new home. So let's go ahead and jump into that. But before we do that, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our episodes. So we're going to go ahead and let our resident NBA analyst, the Eagle, to take the lead. You're the first one. What is your reaction to the whiteboard?
Man, isn't the NBA fun, huh? Now we're moving on from decisions, and now we have whiteboards, and we're making it public, right? Well, what could go wrong here, right? An NBA player making it as transparent as possible where he would go. What type of benefit are you getting from this, LeBron? Well, we're going to discuss it here. First of all, I must say this. I really thought that at the end of the day, it was going to be very difficult for LeBron to leave LA. I thought that, the whole relationship with Brony there, like, yeah, I don't want to leave my son. I want him to have an NBA career. Maybe that was one of the reasons why. The other reason was that at the end of the day, the Lakers had the money. They could literally decide to not decide not to pursue other players in the free agency. Basically say, we value you, LeBron, right? Despite your age, and we're basically going to give you the money that you deserve, or at least offer him some type of money, right? Well, that never happened, according to the reports. And here we are with the whiteboard and the decision looming. Where is it going to be? Well, listen, there's a lot of teams out there that I think that we can remove. First of all, the Celtics. They already made a lot of moves. I don't think that would be a destination for him. Denver, as much as we would love it, I don't know. I think it's all smoke. Right, the Knicks. I was surprised when this Clutch basically said that he was destined to go to New York if it wasn't because of the Knicks winning the championship. That surprised me a lot because that doesn't seem to be didn't seem to be true the entire time. Like during the entire season, it was never reported, and I don't know where conveniently this comes out. I don't think so. The San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs are not going to work with LeBron in any type of way. I would be very surprised if that's the situation. So Dallas, listen, on paper, it would be a fit, I think, right? Like LeBron thinking about a player who has a lot of experience, right? And you're trying to guide a young core. He would reunite with Kyrie Irving. So that would be good. But then again, Kyrie didn't go to the 2016 Caps reunion. He didn't go play golf with the guys. So I guess that's a note to the Mavericks, right? Because he had to go out and make himself clear, like, yo, I value what we did in 2016. It's like, yeah, Kyrie, enough. Might as well not say anything, man. You didn't want to go. It's okay. So here we are. The top teams right on top ticket, right? The 76ers, Cavaliers, Minnesota, and Miami. A lot of people think that Miami would be a choice. Not in my opinion, for one reason only. I think there's still beef with Pat Riley. I don't think Pat is ever going to forgive LeBron for leaving the way that he did. And Pat still holds the position. He's president. He's part owner of the franchise. And even if Mickey Harrison says we got to put some people in this building, that's not going to happen. We have Giannis, that's enough. So that's not only leaves three teams. I said it like early on in this process that I thought that LeBron was going to stay with the Lakers. I was wrong. He's leaving. So maybe the team that I picked today is not the team that he goes, but I'm going to go for it. And I think it's going to be Cleveland, right? I think that the whole story is going to end where it started, back in Cleveland. If he's willing to sign for the mid-level exception, which is what Clutch and the Whiteboard have led you to believe, then it's the right path. It's the right path because there's enough good players there. He's a free agent. There's no need for a sign and trade, right? And you can move whoever the starter is, you can move them to the bench, insert LeBron in the starting five, and the team is just technically better the minute that you insert him in. Right now, he shouldn't be playing that many minutes. I want to simulate the situation like the Joel Embiid situation. You want LeBron fresh for whatever the Cavaliers season is going to be. Maybe a first round exit, second round exit. We don't know. But I'll say this: you gotta have him fresh. So the 76ers not gonna work because the 76ers are already good enough. I don't think they need LeBron, to be completely honest. Jaylen Brown, bad Jaylen Brown in the sense of like he's mad Jaylen Brown. That's enough motivation. Okay, and then Minnesota already traded for LaMelo Ball. They're trying their best, but they would be over the tax. They would be playing. I don't know. They would be in the second apron. I don't know. It doesn't sound right to me. So again, it ends where it started. Cleveland should be the decision for LeBron and the whiteboard people.
Yeah. So we're looking at this whiteboard. We continue with the kid. What is your reaction to it?
I'll go dramatically. By the way, great analysis, Eagle. ESPN should hire you. Mm-hmm. Real quickly with the whiteboard, I think it's ridiculous that the comments were saying anything gassing up Clutch Boys, Rich Paul, and his genius for putting a whiteboard. He put a whiteboard, people. We all do with whiteboard. Like, I don't understand that. Anyway, that's besides me. Here's the problem with the 4 teams in the top, of which I think those are the most realistic choices here. He's not going to go to GSW because if he goes to GSW, then he looks like a punk because that's Curry's team, and then Curry would have gotten LeBron and KD. He's not going to allow that to happen. He's not going to go to Yoke because Yoke is a goon. He's the 1A alpha. He is the, he's the alpha there. So why would he go there? I'm going to mention the 4 teams now. The Heat, here's the problem with him and the Heat. He's confusing because he wants to be the best player in the team, but he's no longer that player. And everybody keeps gassing him up. The media, ESPN, the fans, Clutch, that he still is that guy. And everybody did in the playoffs when Luka was gone and AR-15 was gone. Did the whole thing with the fans saying they don't want me this, even though I should be first, whatever. The problem with the Heat is that when you have Tim Hardaway Jr. and nobody else, you ain't going far. So if Tim Hardaway Jr. is your Ray Allen, you're a second round exit, and Bam can't shoot and Giannis can't shoot. So if he goes there, not only does he play defense, but what is he going to do? He's the guy who's going to shoot the shot at the end of the game? No, man, that's an L. The Timberwolves, there was a report an hour ago that they're revving up their interests or whatever they're trying to do to get LeBron. The problem with that is the worst kept secret in the NBA. He's not going to go to the Western Conference because he's got a gauntlet. Why would he go back to the Western Conference? He's only going to say that leaves only 2 teams available. These are the only 2 teams he's going to go to. He's going to go back to Cleveland because that documentary and all that stuff, and it makes the story well. And he goes back to Cleveland. James Harden's a scrub. He's a playoff choker. And Donovan Mitchell hasn't done a damn thing. So he's going to be looked as the man because these 2 idiots are not anywhere near that. He goes to the Sixers. The problem with the Sixers is that's the easiest path for him to get a ring. But we all know Joel Embiid is not going to play more than 15 games. He's an injury-prone guy. It is what it is. Jaylen Brown is on a revenge tour. But the problem with Jaylen Brown is that he's his own worst enemy. And then if he goes to Philly, he's going to reduce the impact of the awesome rookie Edgecombe and the upbringing of Maxey. So he actually would be a detriment to the Sixers, even though that's the easiest path. And that's what he's known for, to get easy stuff get done. He doesn't want any challenges, so he's going to go to Cleveland.
Professor, jump right in there.
Here's what this whole thing is about. Clutch Sports is playing games. You know what game they're trying to play? Mm-hmm. The game they're trying to play is get my players off of these trash teams. What they're signaling to those teams is please trade for either Anthony Davis or trade for who's that former Cavs point guard who's on the Clippers now? The little guy. Garland. They want LeBron either play with Garland or Anthony Davis on one of them teams. And whichever one of those teams can find a way to get one of those guys or both, that's where he's going to go. It's just that simple. Because LeBron James is all about one thing, control. At the end of the day, when he goes to some of those teams, he's going to have no control. And he can't live that way. He's had control his entire career. He can't go to the Spurs and be controlled by that strong-arming front office Can't work. The Knicks, the narrative doesn't work. Can't work. Boston just traded Jaylen Brown. They can't be trusted. Can't work. Golden State, maybe. Denver, maybe. Dallas, Kyrie's not messing with them anymore. Clearly, doesn't work. The Heat, when you're looking at the Heat, and that's my team, there's a strong redundancy between him, Giannis, and Bam. Doesn't even make sense. Minnesota, he can have control there. When you think about it, it's possible. Can he have control in Cleveland? I actually don't think so. The reason why is because LeBron James has known James Harden long enough to know cancer when he sees it. And at the end of the day, if you put LeBron James with James Harden, do you think he doesn't know what that looks like? I'm pretty sure he does.
Well, James Harden's a free agent.
He's going to be. I mean, maybe they'll let him walk, but I highly doubt it.
But to add to your point, what if he's telling Cleveland behind the scenes, use that bread to get me and AD?
Maybe, probably. Okay, listen. If you see AD go to the Cavs, LeBron's going right after because
Harden's not there.
You're right.
Yeah.
He needs to play with his boys to be protected because at the end of the day, he's aging. He can't have somebody going over there talking about some play the whole game, play defense. I thought you were good, LeBron. He ain't got time for none of that. He a billionaire now. He want to chill. He want to ride it out for the next 2, maybe 3 years. He ain't got time for these shenanigans. Now there's the Sixers. And the Sixers are where we have a unique problem. See, the Sixers made a whole bunch of really aggressive moves. They very clearly knew that this man was about to be available. And I believe that they're making a sale to him. They're saying, hey, Sixers, Cavaliers, same thing, same fan base. Every Cavs fan is a Sixers fan. You can keep your house. You can come across the street. It makes sense. LeBron on the Sixers makes a lot of sense for LeBron. Now, when you look at the development of their young talent, I think he's going to help them because LeBron does a really good job when he finds young, aggressive guards that want to develop. He works with them very well. It's the veteran guards that he can't use for anything. But the problem with the Sixers is they have Jaylen Brown. And I don't think that Jaylen Brown and LeBron James will work well together. That is too much ego in one space. And LeBron, love him or hate him, he's a smart man. I don't think he's going to put himself through all that. I don't see it. So I wouldn't be surprised if after all of this, he ends up in either Minnesota or Denver or Golden State. Something completely unexpected. And we'll be like, what? And then it'll make sense. That's my 10 cents. It'll be something. Because, for example, let's take Denver. What if Denver trades Aaron Gordon for Anthony Davis?
I wouldn't trust Anthony Davis in the playoffs.
He's playing with Jokic. He won't have to do anything.
Nah. He got injured in 2K playing himself. You didn't see that clip?
he played less minutes.
You remember that clip?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
He jumps the ball. He turns his ACL.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Yeah. No AD.
Yeah. No. Minnesota makes sense, though.
You'll be funny for this for TK. TK, what if he surprises everybody goes back to the Lakers?
Get the hell out of here, bro. Don't ruin my good mood right now. Because I'm telling you right now, what the whiteboard really means to me is that he is no longer a Laker fan. We're not going to have those Braun fans in our comments anymore, just kissing up to him. I am excited to see the Lakers rebuild after him. So this is what this means to me. I don't care where he goes, but personally analyzing, kind of figure out how he is. I don't think he's going to stay in the West. He wants to be the big dog who wins it all. He wants to be sure that whatever team he decides to go to, he wins and everybody's going to say it was because of LeBron James, not some other player.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that removes a lot of these teams that are listed here. He's not going to want to go to the gauntlet of the West. So he's going to go to the East. And for me, believe it or not, I think Cleveland will be an easy path for him, and Miami. I think Miami will actually be a good fit for him to do because he will be able to relax, chill back, enjoy the Miami culture. And everybody knows that in Miami, even though you have Giannis and Adebayo, LeBron James is a bigger name.
Yeah.
So I think he just fits well in Miami as well.
I'll say this though: whatever team that gets him, to your point, TK, whatever team that gets him, this is the shenanigans, this is the nonsense that comes with him. His toxic fans, this whiteboard, this obsession that he is.
Hey, just look at the last couple of 48 hours or so from the moment that the free agency was opening up. We were hearing him asking for the max. Lakers didn't respond. He ended up going out and saying, I decided to walk away from the Lakers. And then he starts talking about, I'm going to team up with GSW and my boys. We're all making it planned. And then all of a sudden, this whiteboard starts popping up. Like for him, he's just playing it. He's playing the game right now. He wants his name to be up front in everybody's face because he needs that attention. That's what LeBron's always been.
And Rich Paul is just as guilty. He's going to milk it as much as he can. I'll say this to the Eagle. I can't believe, Eagle, that you thought that he would come back to the Lakers. We talked about this before. He wants nothing to do with Luka Doncic.
Yes.
Hell no.
The moment Austin Reeves signed, it was already a given that LeBron wasn't coming back. Because he's been from day one trying to get rid of Austin Reeves since the beginning of last season. Basically, even using Rich Paul to go out there and say, hey, we need to trade Austin Reeves.
Listen, man, the problem is that LeBron staying with the Lakers was more about the money, right, and the power that he didn't have. New ownership came in. It wasn't Jenny Buzz anymore. So once he saw that and that he had no control and neither clutch, right, even though he had J.J. Redick as his coach, and he was playing Bronny. So that's something. At the end of the day, it's crazy to me that he still wants to play. I think that I don't know what he's chasing. I don't want to know what he's trying to prove. I think he's done everything he could. He has 4 rings. Like, what else do you want? At this age, you think that you can affect winning? I don't know. You would have done it with the Lakers. So
I can answer that question. You know why he's still playing? Because he's still chasing. He's still chasing a ghost that he cannot get. Plain and simple.
Rich Paul said.
Any final comments about the whiteboard?
Yeah. Rich Paul
let's go, Professor. Go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I think that Kevin Garnett had a really good description of why LeBron James is still playing. Because he's still banging on dudes. Like, when you're looking at it, like, he's still better than 90% of all the players that he plays against.
I don't know about 90.
90.
No.
Well, let's math it out. Like, when you're looking at it, you're talking about. Like when you're looking at the number of people on a court, on a basketball court, on any given game, there are 10 people on that court. And if there are 10 people on that court at a time, LeBron is usually at least a 4th or 5th best player on that court. But I think that's a fair thing to say.
Okay, so then when you do the math of the other teams playing at the same time, there's no way he's in 90 percentile. That's my argument.
But he's close to being. Okay, but the point is that the professor's trying to make, he's still a really good player. And that's what he feels. Yeah. When he looks around,
he's up there.
Yeah. So you're saying I can make $30 to $40 million a year and beat the crap out of all these people who y'all are saying are better than me. You told me Giannis is better than me. Giannis isn't even here. You told me Jokic is better than me. Jokic didn't make it that far in the playoffs. All these people who you say are better than me, they're not accomplishing all that much. What would I retire for? The only person who's really meeting the standard is Shea. Even Luka isn't meeting the standard. So why would I go away and hand over a torch to people that can't beat anybody else? What would I do that for?
I also think, Professor, that's a great argument. I love that argument. I think also, I think you said it perfectly. He's a smart guy. Rich Paul is a quasi smart guy. Here's the problem. To piggyback to what you're saying. He's also smart in the idea that look at the last 10 years who won championships after GSW won 2 in a row. It's been one after another, right? It's been 8 consecutive different champions. He sees that. So he's like, wait a minute. Nobody has gone 2 or 3 in a row. And it's still like, Shea got one. The Greek Freak got one. Jokic got one. And then Tatum. And then you start thinking to yourself, wait a minute. All these idiots only got 1 and it's been 8 years. And I still got 4? What if I get 1 more? It stretches 5. 5 and 1. Seems like an eternity. 4 and 1 doesn't seem that bad because SGA, barring injury, is going to get another one. And you're going to be okay, 4 and 2.
Exactly.
That's
what it does.
That's also his mindset, Professor. Not only the stats he's going to kill everybody because of longevity. But if he says, man, if I could just get one more, the Kobe fans shut the hell up. People are going to be biased and put me ahead of Jordan. And then 5 now puts you with Magic, Duncan, Kobe. It's a different level of 5.
What I'm more so saying is his own that part aside. Another way of looking at it too is because all these teams only have one. When he gets his one, all of their ones look insignificant. Yeah. With the only exception being the Knicks one. Mm-hmm. But like the one that Jokic has, no one's gonna care about that anymore. The one that Giannis has, no one's gonna care about that anymore. It'll be like it never happened. So when you're looking at it legacy wise, we might still have debates between him, Kobe, and Mike. But what it assures us is that Giannis and Jokic will never be in those conversations. No matter what they do in the future.
They need another one, and we'll be remiss to say the 2022 one actually mattered because that was Curry's 4th one. That was the only one in the last 8 years. In the last 8 years, that was the only one that had more weight for LeBron's 2020 because they tied LeBron, and he did it with a less talented team.
Yep. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll find out soon.
All right. Any final comments from there? Okay, then. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let us know what you think about the whiteboard. Maybe you picked something up that we didn't see. Maybe you have a different theory. Maybe it's not one of these teams that are actually in the whiteboard. Let us know down in the comments. We'll love to hear from you guys. Till then, keep your fandom alive and your wardrobe engaged. Until next time, fellow nerds, this is Nerd Breaking News.